he'd raced and we'd put him away. I think he'd won, and went up to get him the next morning up the top yard there. My daughter went to get him and she said, "Oh, Dad, something wrong with Storm." So I went and looked, I thought, oh, he's got a bit of a swelling in his knee, you know. So I rang Tam up the road and she said, "Oh shit, he's got an infection in his knee." And she said, that's pretty serious, more serious than I was thinking it was, you know. And Peter down there, I can't think of Peter's second name, but he's the boss down there. He had a look at him and done all the tests and found out that he had to go on the table because he had, the infection was bad. So they put him on the table. I don't know if it was that day or the next day. And Pete rang me and said, "Oh mate, unfortunately I got bad news." I thought, "Oh shit," you know. And then done all the tests they do after, and luckily from then on all the tests were good and he improved, and he stayed down there probably a month for them checking him out and doing everything. Tam told me that the day she came down, she said, "Oh, this is pretty serious. A knee infection, a lot of them don't come through it." Anyway, we got through that. He was down there for a month and they rang me up and said, "Come and pick him up," which is great. Take him home, put him in a small yard. Well, they knew the yard I had, and I said, "He's pretty good. Like, he's running around the paddock and his knee seems good, So he come up and he checked him out and he ran him up and he said, "No, he's good, he's sound." He said he needs probably to go to the paddock now. Well, it was probably a mistake. He got through the operation, done a really good job of that, but probably he didn't need to go in the paddock right then. Robbie only had him there for 2 weeks, and Robbie rang me and said, "Mate, I've got to get rid of this horse. He's driving me mad. He's gulping around. I'm scared he's going to hurt himself," So that's how he felt. You kid yourself when it comes to that, but I didn't want to let myself think that he wasn't going to come back. He was always going to be okay if he didn't come back to the racetrack. He would have found a way to get himself around the paddock and whatever. But yeah, he's luckily for us, he come back and he's come back stronger than ever, I think. And in a couple of weeks, he's just started doing 2 laps and done that for a week and then just built up. And probably the first 6 weeks, I suppose, and he's been in about 17, 18 weeks now. But the first 6 weeks, he just got himself up to just cantering, and then from then on, I started letting him do what he wanted to do, I'm nearly to the relaxing stage now where I can take him out and he doesn't show me any signs whatsoever. So I'm actually to the stage where he's just treated like a normal horse now of how he was before. And I honestly think that I feel that he's even better. But I'd hate to think he went through life and only won a Pacing Cup, because this sort of horse needs to win a little bit more, and to win the Fremantle Cup or to win the Nullarbor. I reckon I might retire, Steve, after that.